How did I start writing? Did I take any special course to become an established author? Was that intentional? How did I become a language trainer? For that also, did I take up any special course or take mentoring sessions under a particular person? You will find the answers to all these questions through this video. Stay tuned and welcome back to my channel. Hello everybody, welcome to another video of my channel, and I'm so happy to meet you again. So this was a much wanted video by some of my readers, so I just thought of sharing my works. Some of you already know about these works, but still, for those of you new to this channel, kindly go through the main description to get an idea of what this channel is all about. I am an established author and also a language trainer, so thank you so much for your support. So directly delving into the topic for today, I started writing from a very early phase of my childhood, but I never wanted to publish any of them because I did not believe in myself. And also at the same time, it was quite difficult for me to speak in the English language. Please note that point because I studied abroad, and it was really difficult and tough for me because I had so many children, so many of my classmates, they were from different countries of the world. It was quite difficult to adjust with them, but I learned, I explored myself, and I experimented with so many things, and that is how I learned from each of them, and they learned from me. So it was a kind of give and take policy. At the same time, I learned a lot of things from my teachers also because they also belong to different culture and tradition. I'm not talking about any international syllabus or things like that, but I'm trying to tell you that effort and interest can really do magic. It can really turn your life and transform yourself. I'm still in the process of transformation, and when I'm writing, I'm able to do it gracefully. That is what I wanted to tell you. Now, how did I start writing? I did not decide one day that I'm going to become an author or I will become an author, because during my college days, to be very frank, I had professors who told me, I like the way you write, Trini. You should try writing. Try to write something and get it published. I never gave importance to that. I never wrote also, maybe a poem or a two, or sometimes an essay which got published in the college magazines and things like that. But I was not very serious with that because I did not believe in myself, to be very frank. So all these videos that I'm trying to create is from my experience and from the experience of my learners and from the exploration that I do, my research and everything. Now, coming to the topic, my first work got published in the year 2020, and that too in an international platform. The name of the magazine is The Font, as you can see here, and it's an Australian publication. I got a letter from the editor saying that your work has got selected. 2 of my poems got selected. And one more thing is, I was the only Indian to get my work published. All the other writers and established people, language trainers also, they were from different parts of the country. So that's very interesting. It was really a challenge for me. I was so overwhelmed when I received this confirmation email from the editor. That was my first publication. In the sense, it got selected. So all the works that I'm trying to talk about through this video is a part of writing challenge. You can check the description also. It's not that I approached the publishing team and said, please publish my work. It was not like that. I had contributed, and sometimes also some people, they liked my writing and they approached me from the other platforms, because I write with a few digital platforms also now. So if you're interested, you can just Google my name and find out some of the free articles that are available. So I'm not trying to promote any platform because we have been already doing that as authors. So whenever a book gets published, we have our own way of doing it, promoting the platform, promoting the book and things like that. So I'm just sharing the writing experience. Now, coming to the first work, that was The Font. Now, the second one is Flames of My Imagination. So imagination is something really important. And it's not that you have to live a life in the fantasy world. No. Please don't say that all the writers are in some other world. Of course, there should be some experience, something that will trigger you to write something. It will have a soul. And for you to have a soul in your writing, you need to experience something. So it takes off from there. It's not just reading and communicating and going for some workshops that makes one a writer. Okay, I'm just sharing my experience. So here I've got my short author bio. At the same time, I got two poems. One is Bloom Gracefully and The Starry Ride, two poems and one short story. The title of the short story is A Pitfall and I Was Not Tagged. So these are my works and it's a beautiful car page here. And then the next one is I contracted COVID myself, the family, my husband, my son, and myself. Three of us, we contracted COVID in the year 2020. It was a very difficult phase. Now it's not that difficult because there is a lot of advancement in the medical field and doctors also know what to exactly do. But in those days, in 2020, it was not very prevalent and few of us only contracted when we really had it. So it was something new for us. And also at the same time, the doctor who treated us said that we are not sure of how to proceed with this, but still let's see. So he was a good person and he also was very comfortable. We were also comfortable with him in sharing things, in telling him what we really feel, and unnecessary medication, things that were not required, such things were not encouraged, to put it in just two lines. Now, I never thought that I was going to get this work published, The Spiked Blessing. This is purely my experience with the spiked virus, but I deflected it into the spiked blessing, and it was a very tough phase for me. And the COVID experience is something which I've recorded here. If you're interested, you can really purchase this from Amazon and other online platforms. But one thing that I want to tell you is, it's not just the difficulty of the phase. This is something which transformed me, because when I was experiencing breathlessness during the post-COVID phase, especially, to put it specifically, I started writing because I had to ventilate my feelings, my emotions, my physical problems in some way. So I thought of writing it. But I never thought that I was going to send it to someone and that somebody is going to read it and somebody is going to publish it. And I got a notification, call for papers, call for projects from one of my friends saying that, hey, there is a project that is looking out for some good write-ups on lockdown memories. So as you can see here, the title is Unlockdown Memories, 15 Short Stories. So I thought of writing about my experience with COVID after that. I started writing. I just wanted to ventilate myself. That's all. So I started writing my experience. I started recording it in a journal, a kind of a diary, not exactly a journal, a diary, an old diary. I still remember that. And those days, we had family members, we had people supporting us, so many friends called us, but still, you will not get the required emotional support from everyone. You cannot expect it because this is something which is new and people don't know how to comfort you. That is the truth. So you have to get the drive and energy from within. Sometimes life is like that and you feel it's really tough and you feel like withdrawing and putting an end to everything. So what I learned is to put a comma and never a full stop. So it transformed me. And when I got this message, the forward from my friend, I just thought of contributing this story so that one person reads it. That was my intention, to be very frank. I just wanted the editor to read it. That's all. But in the month of December, I got an email saying that your work has got selected. We love to publish it. Are you ready for that? So then it was really amazing because I heard from my readers every time when I read an email, they tell me I'm able to relate with you. This is something which really motivated me or which helped me to stay confident and positive. That's all. Okay. So the next work is my first love stories. Of course, love is a concept, a theory, emotion for each of us. It's different for each of us. It's not just romance. So here, the platform has compiled 12 different experiences from different people, and it's so beautiful actually. And I was also able to contribute one work, and they selected mine. And one important thing, one important feature about this book is that it got published on almost 20 to 30 international Amazon platforms. USA, Canada, Mexico, Italy, Germany, UK, all these places. And it's still available there, and even on Amazon India. So you can check out for this book. And this is my story, The Unflinching Beats of Two Hearts. Hope you can see that. So this is something important. This is also an international publication, so I'm really happy about that. The next one is Love You Mom. So it's about motherhood. Here, it's actually a compilation that doesn't elevate or unnecessarily give importance to womanhood, motherhood, and things like that. It is more like it gives importance to all mothers, irrespective of gender, because we see men also, sometimes children who act as perfect mothers, who are perfect mothers, not just because of circumstances and situations, but they are mothers. So irrespective of gender, irrespective of your family situation, circumstance, and all that, it is dedicated to all mothers at heart. So my poem is also titled like that, To All Mothers with Love. It's actually a long poem, and it's connected with nature and labor pain and all the mothers. So here also they have given a very short author bio, just 4 or 5 lines. So that is about my works. And also I've got a few works published on the digital platform. It's still available on Google. Just type my name. Another thing is, one more work is there. It's an anthology, quite a thick book, where I've contributed one poem. And the title of that book is Remembering the Roses. So it's a very huge anthology where so many people from different parts of the country they have contributed to this work. Just like this book, where you have got poems and stories in both Hindi and English, simple Hindi and English. So many people from different profession. It's not necessary that they are into writing and they are only authors. They are into the IT field, they are into different professions and different walks of life. So they have really contributed, and it's a very good compilation. It was a very good experience working with these platforms, because they were not demanding, they were not commanding also. But of course, the selection process was a bit difficult. And this is how I got my works published. And also at the same time, I'm still into writing, and this is something which keeps me driving. I'm also going through very difficult phase of my life, which I'll share in another video. But it is like that. Life is complex, as I always tell you, and that is what adds beauty to it, and that's what transforms. So if you're really listening through a difficult phase of your life, if you're listening to me from a very depressed state of mind, it's okay. It's just a passing cloud. So hope you're safe and hope you like this video. And thank you for listening to me. This is Rini Rose Matthews. Stay safe. Bye-bye.